Hello everyone, this is Dr. Williamson. Welcome to your Module 5. This is Teaching, Service, and Scholarship in Higher Education. What you're going to see in this module is that we're going to be talking about your three main areas of focus as a faculty is teaching, service, and scholarship. And you'll have to learn to excel if you haven't already in these areas. And so we're going to talk a great deal about Boyer and Boyer's work related to scholarship, especially in the seminal work that Boyer wrote in related to Scholarship Reconsidered. And so you're going to see an expanded model, basically, of scholarship. And I think that you'll find this very interesting. So there's several things for you to read. In your text, you'll see in the New Nurse Educator, Mastering Academe, you see Chapter 1, 14, 15, 17, and 18 are good for you to review. And then your Legal and Professional Ethical Dimensions of Education, Chapter 7. Then also under your Resources to Enhance Learning, there are several things related to Boyer underneath the resources there. But be sure you focus in on the Boyer article and the AACN white paper. Those are really important things for you to read and understanding for this assignment, and in thinking about scholarship and the new ways that scholarship is being redefined throughout academics. And so you'll see that. So for your Module 5 assignment, you've got an assignment portion, and then you've got a discussion board portion of it too. So it's kind of two parts to it. So you'll see that. So for your scholarly project assignment, let me show you what that is. It's down here at the bottom. So let me open that document up right here. So after you've read through Boyer's expanded model of scholarship, and you've got a kind of a good grasp on that, what I want you to do is think about as a nurse educator in whatever environment you're in, but it's easier to do this if you'll think about it from an educational standpoint. If you are like a nurse educator in a facility, it's easier, like a hospital facility, it's easier to think about it as an education practice, but it's really easier to think about it in an academic setting. But if that's not possible for you, I think you'll understand how you can do it when we go through it the other way as well. So you're going to select a topic of personal interest to you, something that is related to nursing curriculum or a teaching strategy or an issue in nursing education, in which you will explore and develop into a proposal for a scholarly project proposal. So you identify the type of scholarship. So if you're looking at Boyer's model, let me go back to it. And I'm going to go to the Resources to Enhance Learning so you can see a picture of Boyer's model. So in Boyer's model, what you're going to see is Boyer had the different types of scholarship. So you're going to select your topic, whatever it is that you want to talk about, that you think is interesting or that you would like to explore further related to nursing education, curriculum, those kind of things. And so you're going to select which type of scholarship it fits under. Is it under the scholarship of discovery? Is it under the scholarship of integration? Is it under the scholarship of application? Is it under the scholarship of teaching? And you might need to start kind of with the end in mind. So what's your measure of performance? What would you like to do here? Then move back to your purpose, and then your purpose is going to show you your which type of scholarship it is. So let's move over to here, because whatever you choose here, for if it's discovery, it's going to be this for your purpose. If it's integration, it's going to be this for your purpose. If you choose application, it's going to be this for your purpose. If you choose teaching, it's going to be this for your purpose here. So let's look at this. Under measures of performance, would you like to think about publishing in peer-reviewed forums, producing and or performing creative work within an established field? Would you like to work on creating infrastructure for future studies? Would you like to prepare a comprehensive literature review? Would you like to write a textbook for use in multiple disciplines? Collaborating with colleagues to design and deliver a course, a core course. The next one, under application, serving industry or government as an external consultant, assuming a leadership role in a professional organization, advising student leaders, thereby fostering their professional growth. Or under teaching, and I'll just tell you, there's a lot of students that do this assignment based on teaching, but it doesn't have to be. So if one of these other ones interests you, that's fine. We do have a good many that do discovery as well, because they would like to think about publishing. They would like to think about performing creative work. So under this, under teaching, it's advancing learning theory through classroom research, developing and testing instructional materials, mentoring graduate students, or designing and implementing a program level assessment system. So as you can see, there's several selections there for you and what you would like to do. Let me go back here to the module. Okay, so what it says is after you complete your study, you're going to compose a scholarly project, or really this is a project proposal using Boyer's expanded concepts of scholarship as a guide, and you're going to find that the guideline and grading rubric there. So what you do is you, in your grading rubric, let me go back to it. So you're going to select a topic, a personal interest, and it tells you what it can be right here. That's worth 10 points. Then you're going to identify the type of scholarship, and remember, you may have to work backwards related to that. So if it's discovery, this is what was there in the colored area that told you what it was. Integration, this. Application, this. Teaching, this. And then identify the measure of performance. So after you've selected your topic of personal interest that you would like to use for a proposal, you might want to go down here and do the measure performance next, because your measure performance is going to help you create the proposed project. So is it going to be the scholarship of discovery? And this is going to be your examples. Would your proposal be the scholarship of teaching? One of these examples. Would it be the scholarship of practice? And it can be one of these examples. Or would it be the scholarship of integration? And it would be one of these examples. So let me go on down to what it's actually going to look like. So this is the template that you're actually going to turn in related to this. So work off of this template in a Word document. So the template for the proposal is what it says here, but take all of that off, and all you're going to put here at the top, you're going to put your proposal title and your name here. So then you're going to put that selected topic of interest, just fill it into the little grid right here. So what's your topic of interest that you're going to be exploring? Then the type of scholarship that comes right off of your list there. So is your type of scholarship, is it going to be discovery, integration, application, or teaching? Whichever one it is, put it in here. And for your purpose, remember that goes right along with, if it's discovery, you're just going to copy and paste it in there. It's build new knowledge through traditional research. And then your measures of performance, that's from the list up here. So, if you chose the scholarship of integration, you would use one of these examples here as your measure of performance, and you would just highlight it and include it down here. Okay, but right here, this is going to be where you do a narrative description of your proposed scholarly project. So let's say that you've always wanted to publish in a peer-reviewed journal. So if that would be the scholarship of discovery, and so that would be building new knowledge through traditional research. And so if you were wanting, then your measure of performance would be publishing in a peer-reviewed journal. And so down here, you're going to tell how you would do that with your topic. Is what you're doing here. So and that's in narrative format. So this is your write-up here. So let's go back up. So it's telling you right here. So when you describe in that section, you're going to describe the topic that you would like to propose doing and support it with background knowledge in a narrative format with citations and references. So it's going to be a narrative write-up. It should be no more than 500 words and no less than 300. So right in the middle is fine. Use the chart below, which I've already shown you, to fill in the information in the chart, and then you're going to write up your 300 to 500 word proposed project in a narrative format under that. You're going to describe what you will include in your proposed scholarly project proposal that illustrates and demonstrates the measured performance you are completing as a scholarship as a faculty member. So you're identifying the purpose of your scholarship by selecting a purpose from the provided information which correlates with the type of scholarship you chose. So basically you're including all of the information that you can find off of that Boyer grid or Boyer model, Boyer table, and you're going to include it in the grid down here, and then you're going to write up your activity, what you would like to do, what your proposal is there. This is the guidelines. You're going to have correct grammar, spelling, sentence structure, and flow. You're going to include in-text citations in the body of the assignment in correct APA format. You're going to include references, a minimum of 4, 2 other than your course text. So it can be, you can include both of your course text. If you do, then you need to find 2 other that relate to, and I think probably if you're proposing a project, you're going to need to try to find some kind of project that's similar to that and see if you can support it with references. So you'll probably have more than 4. Include in correct APA format, and you're going to include a reference, like a reference list. So how many references you have, put them in APA format after you get finished with your proposal of 300 to 500 words. So that'll go at the end. So if you're looking here, so that it doesn't say it's okay for you to write in first person here. Well, it's not wanting to go down. So remember what it says here. Include this information all the way down, and then this is where you start your narrative description of what you're going to do as far as, and so remember, third person, the student will, whatever, the master student will do this, the nurse educator will do this, ever how you want to identify yourself, and then it's going to be in 300 to 500 words. There's no right or wrong on this because you're telling of something that you would like to do in the future as a nurse educator. So be creative in this. What's something you've always wanted to explore more as far as your topic, and how would you like to explore it and share it as part of scholarship? Would you like it to be some kind of project that you demonstrate to students? Would you like for it to be a research project that you do? Would you like for it to be something else? So anything like that you're thinking about, feel free to describe it here and support it with the literature, because if you look in literature, you're going to be finding all kinds of things that would interest you and you could possibly do in your future as a nurse educator. So I hope you enjoy this assignment. As always, if you have any questions, be sure that you let me know and I'll be glad to help you with that.